Good morning and welcome everyone. We just so appreciate our community. You are just wonderful. We've been reading, Jim usually does all the answering, but I've been getting in to read some of the comments, and you are just great with what you say, and we're so grateful that you also are kind and respectful. We do appreciate that. As you know, anyone that says anything that's snarky or rude or inappropriate, we just delete those comments right away because we want this to be a safe place for everyone to be, regardless of political, religious, any other types of affiliations. We are a group that is focused on food security, emergency preparedness, and self-reliance. Today we're going to do a recipe that is brand new to me. I must admit it looks very simple, and so I didn't do a test on it. So we're going to test it together, and I'm going to do some deviations from the recipe that I just thought about this morning, so we're going to try it. Now, I focus on all of the recipes that we do on our channel. This is not just a, what some people have said, a cooking show. We really focus in on the idea that all of us are working toward building food storage, a food supply within our homes that we can live on, survive on for a period of time. In our Level Up Your Food Storage, and I'm going to put the card right up here for those of you that may be unfamiliar with it so you can check out that video. Just click on the card and it will take you right to the video. We do a lot with level 1. And level 1, our challenge is to be prepared for 60 days worth of meals, with either the meals themselves set aside, either canned or in your freezer, or ingredients for those meals with the integration of the freezer, refrigerator, and pantry. And so the recipes that we focus on, and I scour the internet all the time for appropriate recipes. And so today's recipe focuses on ingredients that we can pull right out of our food storage and not only have something that is really fun for us right now, but would be a very simple thing for us to prepare for our families in the event that we were having to live exclusively on what we have stored. This recipe is from Taste of Home. Sometimes I adjust the recipes and make changes to where it's not the original recipe, and so I publish those recipes. I usually put them just right under the video, but this one I'm following exactly, so I'm just going to give you the link, and the link will be right below the video. We're going to do a couple of things to kind of jazz it up just a little bit though. These are crunchy breadsticks. I've always made breadsticks using yeast bread dough, and they're fluffy and nice and wonderful. These are crunchy, so I'm excited to see what they're going to be like. So we're going to be using our food processor, and into that food processor we're going to put 2 cups of flour. So here is one, and notice that I am spooning the flour into the cup for a more accurate measure. And there's 2. Now we're also going to add to that 3 tablespoons of shortening, a half a teaspoon of salt, and 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Then we're going to put the lid on, and we're going to blend this together until it is all mixed together and sort of grainy. So we're going to do that. All right, now while that is mixing, I'm now going to add the ice water. So the ice water is 1/2 to 3/4 of a cup. I have the ice in here. I'm going to get the ice out so I don't put any in the mixture. And that leaves us with 3/4 of a cup. We may not need all of it, so we'll Pour the ice water in until the dough comes together and forms a ball. Adding the water just gradually. And there we have it. And I'm just going to knead this for a minute. Now this is not a yeast dough. The only reason I am kneading it is just to get it compact and into a ball so that I can manage it. Now what we want to do with this little ball of dough now is to roll it into a flat rectangle about the size of a piece of paper, 8 by 10. So let's do that. So that's just about right. So now that we've done that, so coming here to 10. Okay, each side is going to be cut into 8 strips, so I'm just going to eyeball this. Wow. So these strips need to be about 1/2 inch each. So they are thin little things. All right, and then again. Okay. Now we're going to bring this is a parchment paper lined baking sheet. So I'm going to take each one of these and twist it 4 times. 2, 3, or thereabouts. Okay, so we have these all twisted. I didn't count the number of times that I twisted them. I just twisted them until I thought they looked good. And these are going to be funky and kind of cute and different than the regular breadsticks. So here's going to be our experiment. I'm going to do half of them according to the recipe, and that will be these right here, which is to brush them with olive oil. Now, the recipe is meant to be savory, so olive oil works for savory. I want to get in all those little nooks and crannies. All right, this half is all oiled with the olive oil. And now I have taken a mixture of this Maldon sea salt flakes and just plain whole thyme flakes, and I'm going to sprinkle on the top. And the oil should hold that seasoning on. I am wiping out our oil bowl from want to get rid of the olive oil. And then into it, I'm going to put some avocado oil, which is a much more mild tasting, likely not to be tasted at all. Because this time, with a clean brush, I'm going to do the same thing over here, and then we'll come back. All right, now for our surprise, we're going to dust these with cinnamon sugar. So usually breadsticks are used with like spaghetti or beef stew or, something like that. But how about if we had kind of a sweetened crunchy breadstick that we could use for a breakfast accompaniment? So, and of course the beauty of this is that you can flavor the tops after you've oiled them with just whatever you want to. I have another idea too, which I'll talk about after they're done. So these are going into a 350 oven for about 20 minutes, and we will be back when they are coming out. So here's Jim, who came for a taste.
Tastes are nice.
Tastes are nice. Just call me Costco. You can
I
come by
hope not.
taste
I hope
stuff
not.
anytime you want.
I like that.
So we have,
We're even holding hands.
I know.
I'm not sure if that's...
we do that a lot.
Oh, do we? I don't remember.
So this recipe is just great. It's kind of a now and later recipe, although I don't call it that in the title. But you can make these now and have a lot of fun with them with your families. Or later on, if and when things go south and we can't get groceries anymore, we have to live with what we have stored, we can do this because the ingredients are all part of our level 1 food storage. So this is really exciting. But of course, we have to determine how they taste before we can give them our full recommendation. Okay, so these have been out about 10 minutes. So they're quite crispy.
Yeah, they sound kind of crispy and crunchy.
I'm going to put the mic here so both of us can. Okay?
Halfway between us?
Yes.
That's great.
I always have to wait for Jim. Jim doesn't get super excited the way I do. So even a mild compliment from him is...
Biscuits.
Biscuits? It reminds you of biscuits?
Yeah, it reminds me of biscuits. The ones that you make.
Oh. They're crispy.
Did you think I was thinking of biscuits from someplace else?
What do you think? Do you like him?
I like it, yeah.
Okay.
Be nice with some butter or something like that on it.
Not with breadsticks. You dip it in your tomato soup.
That's right, I forgot. I'm just,
Well, I think these are great. I love crispiness. They're just kind of funky looking, which is fun. So are you ready to try a cinnamon?
Sure.
Okay. We're splitting one.
Well, I expected we'd split one. That's even nicer.
I love those.
Taste is better. Maybe it's the sugar and cinnamon.
It's the sugar. But it's a lovely taste.
Mm-hmm.
Cinnamon twists, we could call it cinnamon twists.
That sounds good.
With your scrambled eggs in the morning, that would be great.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sold on these. I think these are just the funnest thing. The other idea that I had was I sometimes will make orange rolls. And to do that, I take some orange zest and mix it in with some plain sugar, like a tablespoon of zest and a tablespoon of sugar. And you could also sprinkle that over these for another sweet variation. So those would be really good. So this has been really fun. And just kind of a nice thing to have with your family for a surprise. They're so easy. They go together really, really quick. So if you try these, let us know what you think. And we'll look forward to seeing your comments below the video. So thank you so much for being with us, and we'll see you very soon for more videos.
Take care. We'll see you later.